On a sleepy Saturday morning, this quiet Collierville farm is about to be aroused by people in pursuit of a painting.
Coming out here with a group of artists, it's fun. You feel a oneness with nature, a oneness with God.
They call themselves Plein Air Memphis, a group of artists following in the footsteps of the great Impressionists by leaving their indoor studios to experience art outside.
Okie dokie, I'm gonna go way over here.
Denise Rose is the group's founder.
I need to see where the light's coming from and how it's gonna change.
After a quick covering of the canvas,
so I try to tone my canvas a mid-tone color, because that's really not a white background out there.
Denise starts with a sketch on paper.
I think I'm just gonna do the whole vista. Like, I like where that light is hitting on that thing. I like how I got the foregrounds kind of dark.
After transferring the sketch to her canvas, it's time to let the paint fly.
Use paint like a rich man. People that have a hard time with, especially painting outside, just don't use enough paint. I painted in high school, and then when I stopped painting for a while, raised my children, did all the mommy stuff for 25 years, and as my baby was about to go to college, I thought, I think I'll paint again.
To her surprise and dismay, Denise found painting felt more like work, not the fun she remembered. Then she discovered en plein air, a French term for painting outside in the open air.
I like the experience of being outside with the trees and the birds and the sounds and the smells. The Impressionists that started painting outside were trying to learn how to paint the effect of light on objects. What better light than the sun? So a lot of it is looking at objects in the light and not in the light and learning how to take pigment and translate that to your canvas.
Plein air painters have to work quickly, usually finishing a painting in just a few hours. In nature, things move and change, especially light.
You can't constantly chase the light. You've got to pick a point of this is the way the landscape's going to look when I'm done and keep that light. And sometimes I'll start painting and it'll be sunny and bright, and then before I'm even finished, clouds have rolled in and it's about to rain. But I'm still painting that sunny and bright scene that I started 2 hours ago.
You're shooting for the colors, you're shooting for the moment, you're shooting for the feel of the land.
A portrait artist for 20 years, Glenda Brown loves capturing the energy of a moment, seeing things in a different, clearer way.
It's making me see more. It's making me become a better all-around artist. The more you look, the more you see.
There are things you can get plein air painting, things you can see and feel that you cannot get any other way. You can take pictures of your subjects, but the pictures never convey what it feels like to be in the field with it. The pictures don't convey the values in the shade, and they distort the colors and the perspective.
As an architect, Gary Gibson works in a world of precise detail. But when he's painting, measure and distance give way to essence and emotion.
I am more interested in conveying the atmosphere, the environment, the feeling of the scene as opposed to the scene rendered exactly. You want to leave some mystery in there. You want to let the viewer's imagination complete the painting for you.
People will say, that reminds me of my grandmother's house in Mississippi, or that looks like my, uncle's farm that I used to go to as a child. Those are the kinds of things I like to hear as an artist. It was neither one of those places, but because I left out some details and just kind of got the essence of the scene, people can relate to a painting.
Building relationships through art is really the heart of Plein Air Memphis, whether through public gatherings called paint-outs or exhibits like this one at the Collierville Town Hall. The movement of paint to canvas becomes a sharing of souls, connecting people from all over.
It's fascinating, and there's something about this type of art that really speaks to the masses. It doesn't matter your education level, if you're an art enthusiast, there's something about plein air painting that everyone can relate to. We're always hustling and bustling about. We're in the car commuting, we're at work, we're driving our kids, we're going to church, we're doing all these things. And there's a stillness that's captured in their artwork that people can enjoy.
Now, I'm ready to put those little horses somewhere, but of course they've moved where I can't see them.
For the artist, painting pleasure comes in layers. There's the thrill of nature.
Today it's perfect plein air conditions. A little sun, no heat.
Nature's always the big draw. I always love grass and trees and rolling hillsides.
The challenge of change.
You paint a little while, you walk away. You come back, you take another look, and you're going to see something changing every time.
You're not tedious about it. You want to get out there and let the paint speak for itself. You have to learn to turn loose at plein air. You can't tighten up. If you do, you won't finish. And of course, you have the built-in clock, the sun. It'll move, everything will look different 2 hours from now than it looks right now.
Artistic growth.
You sit in your studio, you just kind of begin to stagnate, and you think, oh gee, what I'm doing is so good. You can't do that. You've got to get out and see what other people are doing. You're always learning from other people.
And the transformation of a solitary art form into one that is shared.
I enjoy having the group and the friends, because in my studio I don't have any friends there, it's just me. I have other friends that don't paint at all. I mean, they don't get it. So it's nice to have other people that get what I'm doing and understand it and share the same love. It makes you feel a little more normal at times.
It's just fun to talk about what different people have done, their studies, what colors they're using, what brushes they're using, what palettes they're using. It's almost endless. Probably very boring to some people, but I just love it because we're able to communicate in a way that, to me, is just fun. It makes life full.